We are live in action. I wish I could put an effect on my voice. Let's see, are we live? Oh, it looks like we are live. Come on and join the live, everybody. We got some good stuff to talk about today. We're going to give a few minutes just for everybody to join the live. But as we do that, if you can, let me turn mine down. It's on. There we go. Yeah, if you join this live today, you might get a free, I almost said membership, but I can't do that today. Nah. Nah, you actually do. You might get a free tutorial. Let's do it. Let's do a giveaway today. Let's do a free giveaway.
Let's do it.
All right, so we can do a free giveaway tutorial of your choice. Join in. Matter of fact, share this. Share this and you get a free tutorial of your choice. Yeah. And look, they got sound effects on here too. We can do a sound effect if we want. Let's do how we always do. We're going to start off with a word of prayer as he's just playing. Man, yes, sir. Yes. You see all those chords? Y'all got all that? Yeah, y'all got all that? Yeah, y'all see all those chords? Just change it for you. All right, I tell you what. Let's go ahead and start off with a word of prayer. And after we do that, I want everybody to represent where they are from. Father God, we love you, we thank you, we honor you. We ask right now in your loving son Jesus' name that you just be with us on this live stream, God. We thank you for all that you have done. We pray and ask right now in the name of Jesus that you just continue, Father God, to just be with us as we try to minister to those that are trying to learn how to play the keyboard, the organ, that are learning how to minister through music. We ask this in your loving son Jesus' name we do pray. Amen. All right, the comments are coming in. Somebody said there's a high hum.
I thought I heard it too. Yeah.
There is. Let's fix that real quick. Man, Texas is in the house. Okay, they coming through. I tell you what, let's go back to. All right, turn it up again. Oh, actually, is the high hum still? Ooh, New York's in the house. Brooklyn, still there? Ooh, all right. Let me do something real quick. All right, hold on. I'm gonna fix this. We're gonna try to fix this real quick. All right, let me know if y'all can still hear the hum. We're gonna try to get it out. South Africa, what's going on? Baltimore, Maryland, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully the loud hum turns into a small hum. Canada, what's going on? Does anybody still hear the hum? Minnesota's in the house. Yeah, we're going to give some away for free today. Y'all go to y'all social media and y'all share this. We're going to give away something free. Oh, good. Hit me with some church. Uh-oh, do it again. Do that one again. We in F. We in F. It's not perfect pitch. I just looked at his fingers. That's all. So don't think I have it. But he has perfect pitch.
G.
All right. Oh, y'all still hear it, man. Okay. All right, I tried to fix it. I hate that humming noise. Let me try to get it off. I won't do it. All right, so while y'all still hear it? Okay, while we try to fix the sound real quick, do me a favor, everybody. I want y'all to any questions you have for Cheney, go ahead and ask them. I'm going to go ahead and try to fix this. What's going on, everybody? Jersey's in the house. I'm going to try to fix the sound a little bit, try to get rid of the humming noise. But go ahead and ask Cheney some questions.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Cheney, clearly. Y'all got a question? Just ask me.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Is your mic still working?
Yeah, probably a little low.
Sound like did it go down a little bit? The humming noise? What did they say? It went down?
They said they can still hear it, but they said someone said it's fine, to be honest. Okay, so I'm getting questions. Let's see here. First question, Jay Swervo. How did you make the MIDI bass sound so good? And my help is in the name of the Lord. Oh, I guess you meant to say real. I'm trying to think. It was actually just a motif bass. Like a bass inside of a motif. Matter of fact,
and you created it like a mood.
I would pull up a bass patch right now, but I don't want to move from the stack. But it's just like when you playing, or at least me, like, because sometimes like I'll send out arrangements, and hopefully you can hear me.
You might want to turn it down because it's coming through your phone.
So you said someone said the mic is extremely low. All right, check. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2.
That's what it is. It's this mic.
Which one?
Yours.
It's my mic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on, Cheese. Let's figure this out then. Hold on. You had another pack? Okay. I'm trying to answer this.
But if you move it closer up, I can turn it down.
Okay, hold on. Check. 1, 2, 2. We doing this. Put it right here.
Or if I get you one of these.
Check. 1, 2. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So I'm gonna talk. So basically, you're saying, how did I make the MIDI bass sound so real or good, real, whatever? Appreciate the compliment. Thank you. So like I was saying, all I try to do is basically make it to where if I'm playing an instrument to mimic an instrument, I really try to mimic that instrument. So much so to the point to where it's like I want key bass to sound as close to a real bass as I can. So I play it as if I'm playing a real bass. So and mind you, I actually play a little bit of bass too. So give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna switch this out real fast. Check 1, 2, 2, 2. Hopefully you can hear me now. All right. Yeah. So like I was saying, I play it like it's a real bass.
Testing. Yep.
I got Razor's car pulled up. So, we'll use that song. My help is in That's actually how I would play it. like on a key bass or. Now I use a Moog at home sometimes. I use like Logic stuff. I used to have a MS-2000, a Chord MS-2000. So like I really like key bass. It's like really one of my favorite things. Turn this down. So yeah, and basically that's all I did. Just trying to keep the integrity behind the realness of the instrument. When playing dirty chords, how do you know when to implement them and what chord to play? So whenever I'm playing dirty chords, and I say dirty chords because everybody has a different, I guess, term. Some people say augmented, some people say just it's weird stuff. So it's just like basically just play whatever comes to mind. So it's just like we use the same song. My help is in the name. My help is in the name of the Lord. So my help is in the name. See what I'm saying? I'm breathing hard as jacks. No, it's you. Oh, okay. Alright. So, you see what I'm saying? Like on that 3. So it's just like whatever I feel like playing, combined with just like knowledge of playing the melody of the song, and then just building stuff behind the melody. So another example would be trying to think. I'm trying to pick somewhere the melody's not so dominant.
Where the melody's not dominant.
Yeah, like it's something where I'm not like fixed in.
Got you.
Think of a song. I'm trying to give me a song.
Y'all give us a song where the melody's not real dominant.
Well, here it's another song. So I played for this woman. Her name is Janessa Graham. I actually produced her record. Yeah. She got a single out and her album's about to drop. So go get that. Her name is Janessa Graham. Hey, pretty good stuff. But she does a song live. It's actually a Vincent Bohannon song, and this is actually a perfect example. So it's a song called "For the Rest of My Days." For the rest of my days. This whole song. Promise I Alright, so that's the song. That's the regular version of the song. So for the rest of my days. For the rest of my days. For the rest of my days. So instead of going, I promise I will give, I said, I promise that So stuff like that. So it's just like being able to move down like a minor third, or being able to not even staying down the minor third.
I tell you what's not heavy melody. Janessa's song that you do that you did for the website. It's a groove. F sharp.
Oh. And a lot of times, like when you're making chord changes, it could be as simple as just moving a bass note. So, think so that all the other names fade away. Let all the other names fade away. Let all the other it'd be something simple as that. So you can go instead of 4, 6, 5, you can go 4. The other name 7, 1, 3, 2, 7, 1. Like that stuff I would do in a more practical sense. Even though I have the ability to let's see here. And I see some more examples. And I'm gonna answer your question, Jay Swervo, in the middle of doing some of these song examples. How do you make an organ distorted when you're backing up a preacher? So, basically, and it's really only one of 3 ways you can do it. The first way is if you have an older organ, you just turn the organ up, and the organ's only gonna get as distorted as it's
talking about organ or the Leslie,
the organ or both.
Both.
Yeah. So, so you have to turn the Leslie up and make the organ louder. So that's a natural overdrive that it has.
So let me ask you a question, because at Bates in their practice room, what K-Tron did one time is that he actually turned the organ down, and it gave it a little bit more, and then on the actual organ turned it up, and it gave it like a little bit more of a distorted sound. And I'm sure you played on, because you play at Bates, so
you talking about what?
The organ in the practice room. You probably got more than one organ in practice room.
Bates, we have like 3 organs.
Yeah. So you might not know which organ I'm talking about, but he had actually turned it down on the Leslie and turned it up on the organ, and it had like a. If you actually see the video that have preaching chords in B flat, you will actually see K-Tron playing on that organ, and it has a little bit more of a distorted sound.
So that was the second thing I was saying. So sometimes either with older organs, there's a preamp inside the organ that you can turn up, or with the newer organs like the Hammond XKs or the Nords, or like the newer Hammond stuff or the Nord stuff, there's actually a distortion setting, like a distortion knob to where you can actually turn it up. And then the final thing is just you got an organ that's just really distorted, and it just does it on its own.
Well, we're actually going to be showing them how to mimic certain organs soon. I think we talked about doing that as far as.
Did I already do that?
No, we haven't done that.
Well, I guess we just told them. That was your free tutorial. Anyway, yeah. See here. So more than anything, so I just want to say so even you keeping the theme of dirty chord. So because because of who you are, it's too long of a song. You said, am I reading hymns? I don't read hymns like that. Actually, I don't read that much at all. Unfortunately, I've never really been in a situation to where I've really had to read. Now, mind you, I can read. I just don't get into the habit of actually read because it's not really what I get called for. Now, if I ever get a call to where it's it's necessary for me to read, I can. Now I might have to sit down with it for a little while. But as far as like just reading off the spot or just randomly picking up a hymn book, I don't do that. Now, mind you, hymns also aren't really like a part of my my workload, if that makes sense. Like just random. Mind you, actually, it's a topic of discussion I've actually been kind of floating around for a little while. Today's generation doesn't really play hymns like that anymore. Not saying they're outdated or they're getting canceled. It's just they don't. Now, mind you, I grew up in an older church, so there's a lot of hymns I do know, but there's a lot of hymns that I don't know as well. And you got to think what hymns are kind of based off of what region you lived in. So I used to laugh when people would say, "Man, you should know this hymn." No, I didn't grow up where you grew up. Right. For give an example, there are some people that have A&B backgrounds. There's some people that have Kojic backgrounds. Some people that have Baptist backgrounds.
House of God
background. And if you ever know anything about House of God, shout out to them. None of the songs that they sing, you're gonna know. I can tell you that now. You're not gonna know none of them songs. Even the songs you think you know, nah, you're not gonna know them. Nope. Because every region is different, and that's one thing about gospel music that people gotta start recognizing. Like, just vibes are different. So it's just finding the vibe that you like and kind of know. And mind you, even with knowing different vibes, like that's cool too. But it's just like I'm getting away from that whole. Well, you should know this, and no. You should know any percent or any particular set of information other than what God has placed in your hands for you to know. Like, whatever you're supposed to know, you'll know. Whatever you choose to learn, that's cool. But I'm saying, as far as just like,
so going back real quick, the hum, he said it's something that you would actually know. The hum is coming from two USB cables
in and out of the same cable. Happens to me all the time.
So
now
check the audio preferences, because I do have that USB and that USB. So
but they're not too. It's not a ground issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's just two random USB. It might be a bad cable. But I think we can get through it. What's your aux worship sound set? So, and I guess I can.
It's dope, and it was a secret, and he wouldn't tell us, and we finally figured it out.
It ain't never been a secret. Watch this. You want to know something crazy? Vincent swears up and down that I have this secret aux setting that I don't want to tell anybody, and it's literally in this keyboard that we're set again. Like, it's literally, I save this patch almost any time I sit down and play. I save it in the keyboard.
So that means
literally
it's in here.
It's right here. It's literally. Watch this. Hold on.
It's
right here. Literally right here.
It's GJ. It says GJ.
Yeah, it's the same. I didn't say what now look. It's in the keyboard. Now you just gotta go find the name. But no. So basically, what I'll do is because I don't typically play aux in live band settings.
So this is the sound.
So
no, it's not on there.
I think your piano's on the.
It sure is, and that sounds terrible. I was about to tell you, don't give me that sound. That's right, JC. It's a secret. We had to go find it in the depths of the earth.
It ain't a secret, man. So look. Change this to a pad.
See all these sounds just got changed. He about to give y'all the secret. Here it is. It's
Man.
coming. Because look, this is what happened. We was playing at a concert, and he gets on, and the keyboard at our church, it's a good keyboard, it's decent. He gets on, and it sounds amazing. I thought the angels was coming in into the atmosphere, you know, the angels that old girl was talking about. I said, they're here. They finally showed up. And then he leaves the church. The next day we have church service, and it doesn't sound the same. We got you, Cheney. We understand.
So look, all I do is it's a piano, some type of EP or brass, depending on how many layers I can do at one time, and it's a bell. So look, it's a funny story. It's a funny story about the stack, and that's why I continue. And it's like an analog pad too. But if you ever see Titus Robertson, and I can laugh about it now, because I used to think it was just like a shot, but it's not. Like it's funny. So I did a concert. And if you know me, like I said, I always use this stack. Like, this is me. Like, this is what makes me comfortable. Sometimes I use variations of it. But for the most part, I'm going to play these sounds live. Like, I don't need an aux player. Like, give me organ, bass, drums, and guitar. And then I'm playing keys with no stems. You going to think it's stems. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if I can split the keyboard up. Now, mind you, so I used to do these stack. I've been using this stack for like years, and like the OGs here, they'll be like, "Hey man, turn your aux stuff down, turn your piano up," and I'll be like, "Nah, like this is what I want you to hear. Like I don't care about the piano. Like that's just me. I ain't never been a fan of, even though of course I'm a piano player, but I ain't never been a fan of you know just hearing me play piano like that." Until recent. Like I didn't get into, you know, playing more piano until recent. So we did a concert and Titus was doing sound. The concert's actually up. It's a Sounds of Worship concert stuff. The first one with Keela Richardson, Tiffany Andrews. What a lot of people don't know about the concert is Lena Bar Miles is there too, and she wrecked, but they stopped filming for whatever reason. It really made me mad. It was really bad too. Like I'm gonna let Vincent hear it. It's gonna blow his mind. But during the concert, like I did not turn my bells off at all. Like churchy moments, like full brass, everything, the whole time. And like it was there, you could still hear it, but you know everything else was kind of. It felt good. I just never turned them off. So they said that Titus was like going off in the back, having a fit. If you know Titus, then I shouldn't have to explain what that means to you. So from that point on, it's every once in a while when Titus sees me, he'll call me Bell Boy because I never turn my bells off, and I always play with bells. I like bells. It's my thing. But that's my stack in short. And mind you, this same keyboard setting is at his church. Like literally at his church. The same one that I'm playing on right now is at his church. All you got to do is pull up my name. And then just turn the volumes up.
Maybe it's his hand. I don't know.
Let's see here.
What would be a recommended way to learn traditional gospel when your main background is CCM?
Man, just listen to gospel music and start playing, like start practicing it. Like just like you would practice other music to learn for a gig. Practice gospel music to learn just so that way you can know it. And yes, Jay Swerve, I might do another production for y'all again sometime soon.
Can I give something to that? I want to tell somebody something about the CCM. You said how to learn traditional gospel when your main background is CCM. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I love jazz, and when I first started playing, all I really knew was like church and worship. That was really it. I didn't know no jazz, but I love jazz. I always grew up loving to hear jazz. And so somebody said, "Hey man, start listening to Yellow Jackets, right?"
Yeah.
So I started listening to Yellow Jackets.
Even though that ain't really jazz, but
well, it's like a fusion jazz for me. But that's the type of jazz I love. It's like a fusion. It can be swing jazz too. Straight ahead jazz is not as much, but
he said Sherman must not be using it right or something.
Shots fired now. But I love jazz, straight ahead jazz, fusion jazz. So yeah, see, like all that stuff, the way the bass is running, he's playing, I used to love that stuff. I started listening to Yellow Jackets and Chick Corea and just all that. And before you know it, by listening all the time. I'm talking about every single day. I just started listening. I started playing a little jazz. People were like, man, you starting to play like jazz. And then it actually got kind of messed up because my church ended up getting a little jazzy, and I had to go back to church because people said your church is if we was in E flat, I would be playing. I always had to go up instead of just doing like. Nah, I went up to the F. So that E flat, instead of playing the E flat, I would start. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought. Yeah. I had to scale it back a little bit, but yeah, you'll start if you just start listening, you'll start transitioning.
But no, more questions too. But even with like learning old school, like traditional gospel music, what I'm about to say is actually I've said it before, and a lot of people don't believe me when I say it. Listen to Ray Charles.
Oh yeah.
Like the song Georgia. You know the nighttime now. It's not right to be with the one you love. Literally, that's gospel. It brings a tear into my eyes as I begin. I cry so much. Now, watch this. What song is that?
I thought it was Yesterday for a second.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like,
so Yesterday.
You see what I'm saying?
Songs like that.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like all these songs, like if you like Ray Charles was heavily criticized because his music sounded like gospel music. Like for me, that's almost the epitome of gospel piano. Is Ray Charles. Like that's where you need to listen to. Let's see
South
here.
Africa in the house, Bahamas in the house. What's
going on, man?
What type of patch would you be using for shout music? Did you cover that?
Man, just a brass. Like I mean, just it's like, and I don't want to say one patch because keep in mind the stuff I would use I own at home. So like I would use like Hugo bass in the JV 1080, which I had before. I have a XV5080 now. I have an XV5050 now. I have a Roland Integra 7. I got a lot of gear to carry. So all of these different modules have this sound in that module. So that's like my synth brass sound. Or sometimes I'll use J-pop brass in a Phantom rack. And I know a lot of times, a lot of the sounds I use aren't accessible in most of these churches because everybody pretty much uses a motif of some sort.
Can you mix a bass in this performance setting that would sound right or would sound terrible?
Nah, because mind you, when we say it would sound right, I need the sound. I will say this, and I'm not going to say the name. I'm not going to say what it is. There is a popular software that is out there now that is emulating sounds that does not sound like the original. It doesn't feel like the original. And everyone's going to be fooled when they find out that it's not the real sound.
All right, nobody guess what that is. So next question is, what exercise what exercises that can help playing in all keys? Which we pretty much get every live stream because everybody wants to learn how to play in every single key, which is a great
Actually, you know what?
want.
Plug. You need to go check out the NLP series.
Oh
VA
yeah, we
Music
did.
Ministry.
We did. We did.
There's whole
do that.
videos about this on VA. So
Yeah.
you know what? Before, I'm not even going to answer your question. I'm telling you, go look up the NLP series on VA Music Ministries.
Yeah, we got
it's
that
gonna
on
be
there.
there.
We got that on there. It's nice.
gonna be there.
Yeah, it's nice.
By
By the way, I got a big announcement. I'm gonna go ahead and do it since time is, we don't have that much time left. I'm gonna go ahead and announce it. For everybody that is a non-member, I want you to know that the Christian Bishop series that we had only for members is coming out this week. Be on the lookout. I don't know how that keeps happening. So if you are not a member and you don't have the Christian Bishop series and you want that series, it's coming out really, really soon. So with that being said, look out for that this week. It's coming out this week. You can purchase it for a very small fee, $75. No, I'm just playing. Not $70. That's a steep fee. That would be the most expensive DVD we got. But no, it'd be for a decent price to where you won't be burdened. All right, so with that being said, now I got something else I want to share with the people. No, it won't be for free. It's not free. Just a small price. But the Christian bit, I can't give it out for free. Then the members will get mad that had to pay for it by being members. So if you're not a member, you'll have an opportunity to purchase it and download it to your computer. But I have something else I want to share with y'all. So I want some feedback because I want to make this website as great as possible. If you feel like we need to add more loops, which we haven't done in so long, I think I asked you to make some loops. So once we get to that, maybe we can add some loops. Do you want more loops?
You know what? I have a giveaway in my arm.
Oh, goodness. Here we go.
You know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to say. However, the only way you can get access to this stuff is you have to be a member.
Yes, you do.
What I'm about to do is I'm about to give Vincent an entire folder of all remaining sessions, loops, keyboard takes, anything that I have. You will have complete access to whatever basic. We're going to call this the Jeremiah Chaney Legacy folder.
Oh.
You know what? But the only way you can have access to this folder is you have to become a member. So how much is the membership?
If you want the piano membership, it's $36.99. For the organ membership, it's $29.99. But you can save by doing bi-monthly, quarterly, or yearly. Or if you just want to get it over with, you can become a lifetime member, one-time fee, pay it, and for the rest of your life, you can always be a member.
And this isn't a one-time folder drop either. This is annually. So
wow.
This is my way of giving back to the gospel community at large. Like the little sessions and stuff that I be doing, the church girl getting there done. So look, this is my offer for every new member. For every new member. For every new member, look. And even past members, if you're already a member, this stuff will be available to you as well. But to get a membership with VA Music Ministry, I am dumping all of my legacy sessions, sounds, loops, all of that, Logic Pro X stuff, personal patches I've used in the past. All of that will be available to you via VA Music Ministries.
With the
exception of like vocals or specific stuff that I can't give y'all.
Well, yeah, we don't want to do that.
No, dead serious. Yeah. Go ahead and get the memberships up.
Caribbeans in the house. I thought I saw Nigeria. I think somewhere. Kenya. I seen Kenya. Okay, all the way from Kenya. What are the rudiments of gospel music like? And what vocabulary of chords should you have on your fingertips? Well, there's so much in gospel music. Matter of fact, I was talking to a jazz musician at a wedding I had to perform Saturday, and down by the rivers, yeah. And as I'm talking to him, I asked him, I said, "Hey, do you play all genres?" He says, "No." He said, "But y'all's gospel musicians." He says, "Y'all scary." I said, "Why do you think gospel musicians are scary?" He says, "Because y'all know how to play everything." And he says, "And you do it all by ear." He says, "Y'all can play a little jazz. Y'all can play a little Latin." He says, "Y'all can play a little blues." He says, "Y'all can pretty much play everything classical." He's like, "Dude, y'all's gospel musicians are just scary." It's crazy because I thought about it. You know a little jazz. You know a little, if I ask, can you play Latin? You ever play Latin? Can you play a little jazz? Can you play blues? It ain't nothing but blues. Can you play classical?
Practice that song.
I mean, gospel musicians just have a little bit of everything in them. So I want some suggestions. Throw some suggestions out there while he's playing the keyboard. Give some suggestions of how to make the website better. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Every time you change the sound, it's like it wants to load something. See? It's weird.
Hold on. That's what it is. So I'm trying to get to this harpsichord.
Oh, go ahead.
There we go.
Oh, wow. And it
Not an
took
organ.
us to the organ. No! Never.
Put your piano on again.
Oh, no, not that noisy nonsense. Yeah, give what y'all want to see on the website. What y'all want to see more of. Gospel runs or songs and backing up a preacher. Well, don't worry, we'll make sure we have some of that coming. Let's go to, somebody asked you, can you just play something in A flat? I tell you what, can you play We Fall Down? Some of y'all might have failed this morning. Woo! Oh, hold on, do that move again. Did you start her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that move. What notes was that? I don't know why I was in my. Somebody said, can you play something in B natural? She said, bring gospel techniques dealing with crazy key changes. I feel that, nephew. He wants all the crazy stuff.
So wait, hold on. Who's Jaden Carney?
That's my nephew.
Is that the one that be playing at the church?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Hey, give him my number. Tell him I want to work with him.
I got you. I'll give it to you.
You said his name is Jaden Carney?
Yeah, we call him JC. All right, nephew. We got you. Worship movements.
His nephew is actually like really good. I went to their church on Sunday.
This past Sunday.
Just to sit back in the audience, and he really impressed me. Like, no. How old is he?
16.
He's 16? Yeah. Lil Cheese, come holler at me.
It's time, huh?
Yeah.
It's time to come on out. Yep. He left me high and dry Sunday, but it's all good. He had to go play at another church.
Who did?
My nephew. I was in the middle of preaching, and it would start getting good, and the organ, next thing I know, the organ just stops.
Where's he playing?
He had to help out at Living Faith. He helped their ministry this past Sunday.
Living Faith? What church is that?
It's on Algonquin.
Who's the pastor?
Pastor Renee Brown. Derek used to play bass for him. Matter of fact, no, Derek used to be their praise and worship leader.
Yeah, that's why that church sounds familiar.
Yeah. Let's see. Worship movements in A flat. What's your favorite moves on a hymn? Let's see. What is it? Gideon has asked, what's your favorite moves on a hymn?
The music?
I was going to say, you probably ain't going to do no crazy. But I tell you, there is a favorite move that you do, and I haven't heard you doing it in a while, and I wonder why you stopped. I can't even remember what it is. It was like, you was doing something. Yeah.
I'll do it during a hymn, though.
Nah, that's what I was going to say. That, you would probably never do that in the hymn. But you used to do that move a lot, and you don't do it anymore. I guess you just got to. Oh, do you? Yeah. Anthony does that move too, don't he?
He does. It's
I used to do that one.
Yeah. Something like that.
I used to do something similar to that.
Ant listens to Bruce Hornsby a lot.
Hey, he be
hold
killing
on, I gotta talk about something. Candace Johnson, I'm sorry you had to be the one to bring it out, but it's alright. Can we stop calling warfare music a thing? It's like, I don't know, man, and it's just this is my personal opinion. I don't like the idea of it is cool. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like we've taken it to a place that's like way far beyond, what it was supposed to be.
So what you saying? There is no warfare music sound?
Theoretically, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
but
so there's no but if you understand the concept, then
yeah,
what would it be?
Like
if
it's just all right. So yeah, 'cause that's all you doing. All it is you just doing minor moves in church.
So stay on the A flat real quick. I want to see something real quick.
Yeah.
So all that worship stuff that you would do in B over the 6,
literally the same thing.
I stay on the A flat and just do all of it. And you can do, matter of fact, in E flat it's really nice because you can do those when you in E flat, and you can do all those little Chinese, they call them Chinese chords.
Yeah, like, and it's like, I feel like, and this is, because, actually, it's a funny story I got to tell y'all. Whenever I come do tutorials, sometimes me and Vincent don't make it all the way through the videos just because we talk for like an hour before we actually start shooting, and it's like really good conversation. And one of the conversations we always kind of have is like, bro, like, there is a spiritual side to church that really exists, but it's like we only really look at it from a surface point of view. In other words, we'll say, okay, cool. We saw this happen while this music was playing. Therefore, this music has to be playing in order for this to happen again.
Right.
And like we try to equate the two being a cohesive thing, and it's not,
because it
like,
ends up being in a.
It's in a box now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, so think, mind you, you're calling this warfare. No, and I don't want you to be. I don't want you to say my bad or anything. I'm actually not talking about you specifically. So don't be offended by what I'm saying at all. This is to everybody else though. And I really want to make sure we understand that. And it's not the term, it's what the term represents in our community. I'll say this, like,
Daquan, what's up, man?
What's going on, bro? Like, so I think where we get wrong, and mind you, we get sick of, basically, we'll go to certain churches, we'll hear the shout music, and everybody just gets up shouting, and there's no oil. We'll hear the worship music, we'll hear the CCM, and then everybody just automatically just wants to throw their hands up, because that's what they're trained to do. So, like, with warfare, I hate all of it. Like, if it's not in the, I'm one of these people. If it's not really in the room, or it's not something you could really get to, and it's not organic, I don't want to do it. Like, I don't like forcing moments at all. I hate forcing moments. Like, if it's not there, and mind you, just because a moment doesn't happen in church doesn't mean you didn't have church. Like, that's the thing, but it's just like really waiting on God to move, really, really like allowing God to be the forefront of your playing has always kind of been my thing. Like mind you, just like that whole, that's not an automatic like road to worship, or not an automatic road to warfare. Like sometimes, like, and it's a church I play, it's a Kojic church I play at, like, they don't know that stuff at all. You play that up there, it's gonna get weird. Like, they gonna look at you like, nah, you ain't got the Holy Ghost for real. Like, you feel me? And everything they do isn't right either, but it's one thing about that church I do appreciate. Like, they'll literally sit there until they feel the Lord. Literally sit there. I don't care what's going on in church. It's some saints in there, if they don't move, it's because they don't feel the Lord. So to get them to move, and it's like you can't use the scapegoat. Like, it just sounds like noise. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like they'll be praying, and then like a little slow roast. All you gotta do. And then what I do is I'll break into an actual song. Like, and it's the thing, like, and man, we gonna go over an hour, but it's okay. Look, instead of making moves to try to move church, just use songs. I feel like T-Pain right now. Do something else. No, but seriously, just use songs. Like, think, there was a crazy altar call that happened in my church. It's super spontaneous, and I just start playing songs that go with the moment. So it's like, we'll start playing God has not promised me, and like, mind you, people just going in all that stuff. Sunshine. All of that stuff. And then, like, even in that, like, just transitioning from that, like, and mind you, and even with Daquan saying hymns based on a sermon moment works every time, ain't even gotta be a hymn. It could just be a regular song. Like, it could literally just be a regular song. Like, it could literally be, like, watch this. The Hezekiah Walker wrote a song, even in that mode. And so then I did this in church, and it actually kind of went crazy. There is nothing too hard for God. Nothing. Like, no tempo, nothing, just on organ. And literally, like, that moment was just so organic because it's not a moment that, one, I've created before that I'm trying to use to try to give you this, what's the word? It's not like a one size fits all. Like, we got to stop treating church like that. Like, it's not a one size fits all type scenario. So, like, that whole, man, I need to, give me the strings right here. I hate that. Like, it's so, it's like, bruh, like string, and nothing in church is special no more because if we hear something and we like it, that means that has to stick. We got to do that every time because we're lovers of the wrong types of consistency. Oh, my Lord. That's crazy. We are lovers of the wrong types of consistency. Like, so for me, anyway, that's why in church, and mind you, like I said, I use the same sounds, and we always play the same songs, whatever, but, like, the moments have to be organic. So it's trying to find a way to make these worship moments or these churchy moments organic, like, or just going in at the right time, or just, like, churching literally at the right moment. Oversaturated, dead serious. Like, it's like, I currently play at a church that doesn't like diminished chords. Hey, man, look, and sometimes diminished chords don't have to be in the thing, like, and we use our skills versus using the, like, look, I'm a firm believer that God directs my plan. And I'll tell you how I know he does, because I don't ever remember how to play something again. Seriously. I don't ever remember how to play something, and it's weird to try to play something 3 times back to back. Unless it's something I just literally created, like for a song, like if it's a moment in church, like it only works in that exact moment, and the moment goes stupid. It goes crazy.
You, Cartwright, and Jay Arnold have that issue. But yeah.
And we're all, mind you, we're all the, Cartwright's like, I don't want to say father because he ain't that much older than us. But I'm saying, like, Cartwright for us was the guy. So, like, he walked before we could run. You know what I'm saying? So, mind you, I work with Cartwright almost every day. Especially now. We play at the same church now. And we played at the same church when I first got hired on.
You play at the same church?
Yeah, we used to play at First G together. It's a church in Louisville called First G. First Gethsemane Baptist Church.
Now.
We do now. I play at All Nations now.
Man, there's a lot of news being spread. I didn't know.
Yeah, I play at All Nations now. Okay. So, even with that being said, it's like...
What you play?
Like organ or keys or something like I fill in for Cartwright when he's not there.
So you took Joe's spot.
Like, I basically just fill in for whoever's not there on Sunday. You know, Cartwright and Joe, they work all the time. So, Joe be on the road, Cartwright be on the road.
Oh, okay, got you.
So, it's just like me just kind of being there, just, kind of whenever they need me there. But even still, like, even with, like, and keep in mind, too, one thing I was privileged, and mind you, Cartwright and Jaden are the same way. We've all been privileged to be in different church settings, like not just like a Pentecostal church. For the first 10 years, it ain't really breaking news, but for the first 10 years, and what a lot of people don't know is I was actually doing production for Onway Louisville for like 3 months. So I've always been around. It's just I'm actually like, there now. But for the first 10 years of my life, actually, 10 to 12, really, the first 18 years till I moved here. My dad was a Kojic pastor. I used to play at a Baptist church. Like a couple miles away from my dad. I used to play at an AME church. So, like, it was like in the little rural town that I grew up in. I grew up in a town called Monticello, Kentucky. I lived in Somerset, Kentucky, but I grew up in Monticello, Kentucky. That's where my dad's church was. So, all the black churches in that area, it was like maybe 5 or 6 of them. They used to do this thing where every 5th Sunday, they would go to a different church and all fellowship under one roof. So, think, that background comprised of Baptist, AME Zion. My dad was Kojic. There was an apostolic pastor. So literally all of these different backgrounds, and we didn't know nothing about no warfare music. Yeah, turn the pad on. All I knew was hymns and church. Like I didn't even get into the real pretty worship stuff until I moved here. So it's like
sitting up under who?
You said what?
Who was you sitting up under when you learned the pretty worship stuff?
Man, like and Christian, or just like, you got to think, I came from the country, like literally the country. Like wasn't no nothing with nothing. So it's like whenever you're learning stuff, you're learning information, and you're trying to figure out how to apply what where. It's always good to kind of keep in the back of your head, even still keeping your base, like keeping what you're grounded and rooted in. Like, I didn't just come here and everything I knew from the past I just threw away. No, that's what made me. We didn't grow up on work. We didn't grow up on warfare. We didn't grow up on strings. We didn't grow up on none of the stuff that we call ourselves using now. Like, it's funny. Like, we ain't even got to talk about music. I'm so sick of seeing these daggone little over-exaggerated long towels. I'm so sick of seeing these African garments that all of a sudden everybody want to wear. Like, y'all go down to the corner store, get your little African garb with your little special towel, and now you want to preach. No. Like,
he done sent you into a frenzy.
like, cause it's such a thing, and it's like, I can't, like.
So going back to the root of what we was talking about with the whole warfare, you was going in the midst of basically saying that we have tried to create a name for something that wasn't really meant to have a name. Yeah, it's just like, there's a sound for it, but it's not so much like a name.
It's a moment,
right?
You feel me? It's a moment in time. But Titus has actually said something. Titus is like, he's like a big brother to me if you don't even know it. Like, Titus has said something, and it really makes a lot of sense. You know, shout music is a genre. It's our own genre of music.
Should be.
Shout music is a genre. Think, 20 years ago, all shout music was a moment in service.
And it turned into a whole genre.
It's a genre now.
Yeah.
It's literally a genre of music.
Yeah, which Chaney's really good at.
There are literally music artists where all they do is put out shout music.
Yep.
Like on iTunes. iTunes. And it's not bad. I'm not even saying it's bad at all. I know some of them. I've worked with some of them.
Good stuff.
It's amazing. But that's just showing you the development of how much we've taken a moment and made it a thing. So, like, my thing is, and we going to end on this note, let's just make the right things. Like, let's go back to the foundations of our playing. Let's go back to the foundations of our faith. Like, because I feel like we talk about music a lot, but we don't talk. It's a ministry page at the end of the day. You feel me? So, like, we've literally abandoned so much about ourselves with the transition of time. We've abandoned so much about our playing. We've abandoned so much about our walks with Christ that we don't actually sit down to take the time to understand how far we've actually, like, strayed away. Like, it's people that say they don't play gospel music. And gospel music is literally almost the origin of most contemporary music today. Like, pop music, R&B music. Most of the artists you see started playing gospel music or started singing gospel music, whether it was in church or for other gospel artists.
Perfect pitch again, huh?
You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, but no, man, like, the lesson for the day, my lesson for the day is let's go back to being our true selves. And this goes for black people, white people. If you've been around gospel, let's make gospel music again.
Can I ask you a question?
What's up?
So are you saying you would never play Warfare?
I tell you like this. I'll tell you like this. If there are two keyboard players, the other keyboard player is going to play it. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing. I actually, no. This is a true story. I did a gig with Janessa. She's like my sister. I did a gig with Janessa. She's like my sister. So we went to, actually, it was a church in Cincinnati. I ain't even gonna hold you. I can't even tell you the name of the prophet. I can't even tell you the name of the prophet. So she did her song. She was supposed to do one song. We left. I'm at Penn Station, and she calls me back, and she's like, "Hey, can you come back? The prophet asked us to do another song." So I'm like, okay, cool. The Penn Station literally right around the corner from the church. So I get back. I haven't eaten my sandwich yet. So I'm like, I got my sandwich. Me and my brother drove. He was playing drums. I was playing organ. We came back. Did the second song. So then I guess he didn't bring an organist with him. So then he was like, hey, man, can you stay on the organ? So I'm like, okay, cool. And, I'm playing or whatever. So then he calls himself, like, stopping me. And, like, I guess he tried to clown. I don't know if he did, if he was trying to clown or not. But he was like, do you not know how to play prophetically? You know what I did? It was another dude in the back of the church that I knew he knew how to play organ. I told him, hey, dude, come play organ. I said it out loud. And I'm like, hey, Tay, come play this organ. I'm about to go eat my Penn Station. And I left. Like, it's like, nah, like I'm good. Like I'm good on all of that. That's how much I'm not gonna do it. Like, and mind you, not even that I'm being disobedient. It's just we've made it such a spectacle. Like, and I'm not gonna be a part of something like that. My soul's too important.
Don't worry, I've had the same thing happen to me.
Yeah,
I was playing just some. I'm just playing some worship chords, and the guy looked at me and says, "Do you know I play a 3-finger chord?"
All right.
Right. Time for me to leave. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly.
Yeah, all right.
I said, "Oh, okay. Let me. Anybody else want to play? Cause I'm gone."
And you think I'm playing? No, I'll get up and leave. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, stuff like that happens all the time.
I don't care at all.
Yeah, you will have that to where, and this is another thing too when it comes to worship service. If there is an idea, we talked about this the other week, that you have in your head that you want to go somewhere and you want them to play, you want it to go a certain way, tell me before we start service. Because if not, I'm just going to flow with whatever's on my heart. And so the person was really just mad at the fact that, like, one time a guy was praying, and he wanted his church service to be churchy. Well, I was playing worship chords while he was praying, and he came over to me and was just like, can you play something different in the middle of his prayer? And I'm like, and in my head, I said, he must want something churchy. And as soon as I start doing something churchy, he's like, yeah, that's it. And I'm like, yeah, there's no, like you said, we're just doing stuff out of habit at that point. There's no spirit in it, and you will run into, she said, what is this video about? This video's about everything. Actually, this video's about to close, but before we close, I got something for everybody. You have until 1:30 in the live chat, top chat, live chat section. Put your email. If you are not a member, I will give you a free tutorial. So you're going to get an email from me, and you get a free tutorial. If you're not a member of the website and you want a tutorial, I got you. All you got to do is put your email in here. Y'all start putting y'all's email. I'm about to send you something so you can pick you can pick whatever song it is that we have on the website. Now, this is not, you can't get the full-length DVDs, but you can get an individual tutorial. So put your email on here. Let me see if some emails are coming through as Cheney plays some closeout music for us. She said, what's going on, Mark? He said, what is this video about?
Hey, Vince, come play. I'm eat my Penn Station, bro. I'll see you. I'll see y'all.
Hey, y'all, I appreciate everybody. Here comes the emails coming in. God bless. I love y'all. Y'all have until about 1:30. I'm going to cut it off, and after that, no more free videos, but I'm giving out free videos today. So love y'all. God bless. I'll talk to y'all soon.